One chilly Christmas Eve, Emily and her little brother Dean were fast asleep in their cozy beds. Snowflakes gently fell outside their window, and their stockings were hung by the fireplace. But as the clock struck midnight, something magical happened. "Dean, wake up," whispered Emily, tugging at her brother's blanket. "What is it, Emily?" Dean asked, rubbing his eyes. "I heard a noise downstairs. It sounded like bells." The two tiptoed to the living room, their hearts racing with excitement. When they peeked around the corner, their mouths dropped open. Santa Claus, with his fluffy white beard, twinkling eyes, and big red suit, was standing by the Christmas tree. "Oh my, you caught me," Santa chuckled, setting down his sack of presents. "Santa, is it really you?" Emily asked, her eyes wide with wonder. "It sure is," Santa said, crouching to their level. "But I've got a little problem. My reindeer got spooked by the wind, and now they're scattered all over the world. Could you help me find them?" Emily and Dean nodded eagerly. "Absolutely," said Dean, puffing out his chest. "Let's go," Emily cheered. Santa waved his hand, and a sparkling golden sleigh appeared outside. The children climbed in, snuggling under a soft red blanket. "Hold tight," Santa said, giving a whistle. The sleigh zoomed up into the starry sky, leaving trails of glitter behind. The sleigh swooped down over the shimmering Eiffel Tower in Paris. A reindeer was nibbling on some flowers in a garden below. "There's Dasher," Santa pointed. Emily and Dean hopped out of the sleigh. "Dasher, come here," Dean called, holding out a carrot Santa had given him. Dasher trotted over and nuzzled Dean's hand. With a jingling harness, the reindeer leaped into the sleigh. "Great job," Santa said. "Now, to the rainforest." Second stop, the rainforest. The sleigh flew over tall green trees and colorful birds squawking below. In a clearing, they spotted Prancer sipping water from a sparkling stream. "Prancer," Emily called, clapping her hands. But Prancer didn't move. He was too busy playing with a group of monkeys. Emily giggled. "He's having too much fun." Santa handed Emily a shiny red apple. "This will get his attention." Emily gently held it out, and Prancer's ears perked up. He bounded over, happily munching the apple. "Back to the sleigh, Prancer," Emily said, and he followed her obediently. "2 down, 6 to go," Santa said, steering third stop, the frozen north. Next, they landed in the snowy mountains, where icy winds blew. "Brr," Dean said, pulling his scarf tighter. "There's Vixen," Santa exclaimed, pointing to a reindeer playing in the snow. Dean grabbed a jingling bell and shook it. "Here, Vixen, come on, girl." Vixen pranced through the snow and joined them in the sleigh. "Let's head to Australia," Santa said with a laugh. Final stop, the Australian outback. In the warm, sandy desert, they found Comet and Cupid near a kangaroo family. The reindeer looked so relaxed, lying in the shade. Emily and Dean tiptoed closer, offering them water from a magical flask Santa had given them. Soon, all the reindeer were safely gathered, their bells jingling and their noses glowing in the moonlight. "Now we're ready to fly home," Santa said. To the North Pole, the sleigh zoomed back into the sky, and in no time, they reached the North Pole, where twinkling lights and candy canes decorated every building. Elves cheered as Santa and the children arrived, waving little flags. "Welcome, Emily and Dean," said a cheerful elf with pointy ears. "You're heroes." The children got to meet every reindeer, including Rudolph, who had the shiniest red nose they'd ever seen. They toured the workshop, where elves were making toys and wrapping presents. The air smelled like peppermint and cookies, and the children got to eat giant candy canes and sip hot cocoa with Santa. "This is the best Christmas ever," Emily said, hugging Santa tightly. "Thank you for letting us help," Dean added, beaming. Santa smiled warmly. "You two have the true spirit of Christmas, kindness and adventure. Now, it's time to take you home." With one last magical sleigh ride, Santa brought Emily and Dean back to their living room. He tucked them in bed and whispered, "Merry Christmas, my little helpers." As Emily and Dean drifted off to sleep, they dreamed of flying reindeer, magical lands, and the jolly man in the red suit who made this Christmas unforgettable. The end.